thing we're going to do is we're going to sew the inner leg seam of both legs. So we have to have a pair of legs. So I've pinned this so you can see that we have a double notch on the back seam. So we need to have a pair of legs. So you can see that I've got a pair there. And one of them we're going to sew from the top. So we want the front facing up because we want the right side of the overlocking on the front leg. So we're going to be sewing down from the crutch line on that one, and on this one it should be the opposite way. So we're going to be sewing from the bottom up to the top, so that we're putting the right side of the overlocking is going on the front leg. So I've just pinned them together in a few spots just to help. Just remember, if you are using pins, you need to remove them before you get up to the pin on the overlocker. Now we have a 6mm seam allowance on all of the seams here. So we're not actually cutting anything off. We're just trying to stay on the edge of the fabric and making sure that we bring our edges together as we sew. Second leg. So remembering that where they come together at the top is where it joins on the stitch line and not on the edge of the fabric. So I'm using the overlocker in the specialist room. It's been set up to do to give a very stretchy seam, so it stretches more than what the overlocking stitching will do in the studios. But you can use the other overlockers to do this seaming. Especially if your fabric isn't as stretchy as what this is. This is pretty stretchy fabric. It's got a lot of lycra.
And after you've used the overlocker in the main rooms, you can give just a test by giving the seam a bit of a stretch, and you'll find that if you stretch it and the threads snap, then that'll show you that you should be using this machine in the specialist room, because the fabric is too stretchy for the other overlocking.
Just making sure it meets up at the end before you get there. Okay, so there we have our two legs.